सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। ॐ नमः शिवाय 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 ॐ नमः शिवाय। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणी निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। Humble prostrations to one and all. So in the first class, we had seen the purpose of meditation. The purpose of meditation is only one, to know our own true self. We are already perfect, we are already infinite, we are already immortal. Whatever we desire actually is already there in us. Then why is it that we are not able to experience it? We are not able to experience because of identification. So when we identify with the body, we experience the properties of the body and not the properties of our true self, the pure consciousness. So what are we supposed to do then? Disidentify from what we are not, identify with what we are. That's all. Detach from what we are not, attach to what we are. So this is the purpose of meditation. So at the seat of meditation, the world is experienced as worldly thoughts. The truth or God is experienced as consciousness. So the whole of meditation, what are we supposed to do? Shift your attention. Shift your attention from the thoughts to the witness of the thoughts. That awareness, because of which we are aware of the thoughts. So what happens when we shift our attention to this awareness? We start experiencing the properties of awareness, which is all full, all complete, all perfect. So what is the proof that I am progressing in my sadhana of meditation? What is the proof? The proof is these properties you start experiencing in your life. Sat, Chit, Anand. Anand is the property which you experience. Peace, happiness, joy, contentment. And the more and more you experience this peace from within, which is ever there, then what happens? Slowly your dependence on the world for happiness starts reducing. Your worldly needs become minimum. Spiritual needs become the highest priority. This is what we see as we progress in our spiritual life. Simple living, high thinking. Right. This should become a habit. Our mind should ever dwell upon the higher. The higher you go, the lesser the problems. The lower you are, the more the problems. Isn't it? When you're traveling on the road, then there's a pollution, hums and traffic routes and this and that. And when you're flying, no problem. Higher you go, lesser the problem. The lower you are, the more the problems. Actually, problems are not there. Problems are created by the problematic, narrow-minded, selfish minds. It sees problem. It's actually self-created problems. Problems are not there. The immature, imperfect, ignorant mind projects problem in the world. Right. So therefore, what has to be done? Mind has to be educated about the right knowledge, right understanding about life. Who am I? What is my relationship with the world? Who is God? Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara. With this right understanding, constantly the mind should be trained to dwell upon the higher. That is the way to solve all our problems in life. All problems are created by wrong notions. Right. So yesterday we were seeing what are the different obstacles we encounter at different stages. So the first obstacle is laya, sleep. First obstacle is sleep. You have to overcome that sleep. How to overcome that sleep? First of all, find out why that sleep is there. For everything there is a cause. If the sleep is because you have not taken proper rest in the night, then sleep. There is no other way. Body needs rest. But if the sleep is because of boredom, then you have to come out of that. You will find that as you grow in the inner virtues, as you start enjoying the process of meditation, as you start getting the joy of being in attunement with the divine, sleep goes away. As you get the rasa, the juice, of meditation, boredom goes away. As you start feeling the presence of the divine in your heart, boredom goes away. You can't feel sleepy and bored when you are with your beloved, isn't it? If you feel bored, then there is no love. That's the meaning. When you intensely love someone and you are the presence of that person, you don't feel sleepy. In fact, the little sleep also goes away. So this is what happens. So boredom, sleep, etc., they are the problems of the very beginners of spirituality, we can say. Then the next obstacle we experience is, what is it? Vikshepa. What is Vikshepa? Wandering mind. Why is the mind wandering? Two problems. Number one, I don't have love for God. Number two, I love the world. So a wandering mind is an indication, it is a symptom that I truly love the world. Where does the mind go? The mind always goes to things, beings and situations related to whom either I have attachment or aversion, raga or dvesha. When I like somebody too much, mind goes there helplessly. When I dislike somebody too much, again mind goes there helplessly. Intense likes and dislikes. Wherever there is intense likes and dislikes, you will never be able to contain that mind within your center. The mind gets pulled. The likes and dislikes are the magnetic attractions for the iron piece of mind. You can't help it. So how to win over raga? Develop vairagya, dispassion. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagena cha grihyate. You have to practice dispassion. What is dispassion? A healthy disinterest with respect to things, beings and situations. Not an unhealthy indifference, but a healthy indifference. What do you mean by healthy indifference? Viveka Janita Vairagya, paying attention to the realities of life and then keeping a healthy distance from everything. So you are in the world, but you are not affected by the world. That is Vairagya. Vairagya is not escaping from the world. In the beginning, maybe you may keep a distance from the world because you don't have that much of strength. But that is not the true test of Vairagya. The true test of Vairagya is the sense object is there in front, dancing in front of you, trying to tempt you, and you are not tempted. That is the true test. Right. So Vairagya with respect to what? So Bhaja Govindam has beautiful verses. What are the things we must be careful about? The first thing, dispassion towards worldly knowledge. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Modhamate, Samprapte Sannihite Kale, Nahi Nahi Rakshati Dukran Karani. Worldly knowledge. What is the limitation of worldly knowledge? So this is how you develop Vairagya. Pay attention to the limitation of that thing which is attracting you. When you see the limitation of that thing, then you are no more attracted towards that thing. So worldly knowledge. What is the limitation of worldly knowledge? Samprapte sannihite kale nehi nehi rakshati. Sannihite kale, at the appointed time. What is our appointed time? All of us, we have an appointment. Appointment with whom? Yama, death. Nobody can escape that appointment. How much ever busy you are. At the time of death, will your worldly knowledge help you? Your professional expertise, will it help you? No. Samprapte sannihite kale nahi nahi rakshati dukran karane. Dukran karane is just a Sanskrit grammar, but it's not Sanskrit there. It is all the worldly knowledge. So which knowledge alone will help you? Spiritual knowledge. So this is the limitation of worldly knowledge. Next one, worldly wealth. Limitation of worldly wealth. Wealth is important. It is necessary to take care of the needs. Roti, kapda, makan. Wealth alone is useful. Food, shelter, clothing. Yes, wealth is needed. We are not criticizing wealth. It has its place in the society. But if you say wealth is the only source of happiness, generally we have this craze for wealth. We think that if wealth is there, all problems are solved. So what is Bhagavan Shankaracharya's advice to us? Moodha jahi dhanagama trishna kuru sadbuddhim manasi vitrishna yallabhase nija karmopatam vittam tena vinodaya chittam. Mudha, jahi, fool, give up this craving to earn wealth, hoarding wealth. Guru Sadbuddhim, develop right understanding about life. What actually wealth cannot give you. And beyond a point, wealth is useless. Peace of mind, can wealth give you? Wealth can give you comforts, luxuries, but not peace. Isn't it? There's a very famous saying which says, wealth can give you medicines, but not health and all that. Wealth can give you a good bed, but not good sleep. Wealth can give you a relationship, but not love. So this way, big list goes. What actually actually we need, wealth cannot give you. Understand this and understand the limitation. The real wealth is Daivi Sampat, the inner virtues, divine wealth of virtues. That is a real wealth. External wealth, you have to leave it here at the time of death. Whereas this real wealth, the inner virtues, they come along with you. So this way, develop right understanding and develop a healthy distance from wealth also. Very many people, because they don't have this understanding, the whole life is dedicated only in earning wealth. And what happens in their life? They are stinkingly rich because they chose wealth. But are they happy? Not at all. In fact, the very same wealth brings in insecurity. The more wealth you earn, the more you are insecure in the society. Because the robbers and thieves, etc., whom are they eyeing? They are not eyeing the poor ones in the hut. They are eyeing the rich ones in the bungalows, isn't it? So you become more insecure. And that insecurity you can find. All the compound walls going higher and higher. Security guards. And that huge monstrous dogs. What does it show? That feeling of insecurity. What about the other person who chooses spirituality? Viradhya charpata virachita kantha punya punya vivarjita pantha. Isn't it? Suramandira tarumula nivasa shayya bhutalamachinam vasa. Then what? Living in the minimum but experiencing maximum joy. You see the difference? If wealth is the source of happiness, how is it that this poor, old, sannyasi is so happy? Bhagavan Shankaracharya has written Kaupina Panchakam. 5 verses on a person who is only on langoti. Loin cloth. His bliss. So limitation of worldly wealth. Next one. Limitation of worldly pleasures. Sukhada kriyate rama bhoga paschadhanta sharire roga yadyapi loke maranam sharanam tadhapi na manchati papa charanam. Worldly pleasure. What is the problem? Shobhava martyasya yadanta kaitat sarvendriyana jarayanti teja. The more and more you indulge in all these pleasures, the vitalities of the body are drained away. Body becomes weak, senses become weak, the mind becomes so distracted. All these sexual pleasures and all that. It is a big loss. Physically you become weak, senses are weak, mind becomes weak, it becomes fickle. So these are the words of Nachiketa to Yamaraj. When Yamaraj is offering all these, apsaras of Swarga, this is the statement he makes. Sarvendriyanam jarayanti teja. Worthless. So this understanding has to be there. Right. So this is limitation of worldly pleasures. Then limitation of worldly existence. Nalini dalagata jalamati taralam tattvajjivitam atishaya chapalam विद्धि व्याध्यभिमानग्रस्तं लोकं शोकहतं च समस्तं. What is the limitation of worldly existence? This worldly existence is so uncertain, fickle. How Nalini dalagata jalamati taralam, just like the water droplets on the lotus petal. A small breeze and that droplet rolls down and become non-existent. So in the same way this life, tattva jivitam atishaya chaplam, extremely fickle. How long we are going to stay, we don't know. When death will come, we don't know. So this is the limitation of worldly existence. Then, limitation of worldly love. Yavat vittoparjana sartah tavan nija parivarurata paschat jivati jarjarati vartam kopi na prachati. As long as we are earning member in the society, in the family, as long as we have possessions and positions, everyone will love us, everyone will respect us. But the day when we become old, retired, weak physically, then vartam kopi na prachati. Nobody cares about us. This is the sad story of this world. It is called as conditional love. As long as I am rich and powerful, everybody loves me. When I am devoid of all this, everybody abandons me. So this is the limitations of worldly love. And then limitations of worldly relationship. Yavat pavano nivasati dehi tavat pruchhati kushalam ge gatavati vayo dehapaye bharya bibhyati tasmin kaye. Limitation of worldly relationship. How much ever close we are, a time must come when we will be separated. Death will separate us. So this is limitation of worldly relationship. All these things we should keep in mind. So this is the limitation of everything related to the world, and at the same time must compare with the other one also. My worldly relationship is limited, but my divine relationship is ever present, permanent. It is not impermanent. My relationship with God, that is always there. So on one side you must see the limitations of the world. This will help you develop vairagya towards the world, dispassion towards the world. It will help you withdraw your mind easily from the world. But just withdrawal of the mind from the world is not enough. What also has to be done? Mind has to be fixed upon the Lord. So on one side you understand the limitation of worldly relationship. On the other side, you give importance to your divine relationship. Both are necessary. So withdrawing from the world, dispassion will help. Attaching to God, bhakti will help, devotion. Right. So at the seat of meditation, why is it that the mind is wandering? Mind is wandering because I am still attached to the world. I am still not seeing the limitations of the world. I am still seeing the world as a place of joy, place of rest, place of security. Right? So this is called as unhealthy relationship. So the more and more we develop this dispassion, withdrawal of the mind becomes automatic. That stickiness of the mind, with the world goes away. Otherwise, the mind sticks to the world. You're not able to withdraw that mind. Right. So, this way we overcome what is called as vikshepa. The third obstacle is called kashaya. What is that state of kashaya? It is that state where the mind is not wandering. The mind is experiencing a dullness in peace. It is in a suspended state, we can say. Is it sleeping? No. Is it wandering? No. Then is it abiding in the self? No. But there is some peace because it is not wandering. Right. There's some kind of dullness. No interest. That is because the heart is not fully developed because of through the noble emotions of life. The joy of meditation comes only when the heart is fully developed through noble virtues. What are the noble virtues? Devotion, compassion, forgiveness, humility, gratitude. When these emotions occupy the heart, there is no dullness. This topic we will see in the evening. Okay, so I'm just keeping this aside. So, once you are fully fit, heart is fully developed with all these virtues, there is dispassion, then actually the process of meditation starts becoming successful. Right. Now, the law of witnessing is identify with the thoughts and the thoughts multiply, witness the thoughts and the thoughts die. This is the law. Identify with the thoughts and the thoughts multiply. Show interest in the thoughts and the thoughts will multiply. It is something like a person comes and sits with you and then talks. If you are showing interest in whatever he is talking, then what? Oh really? Then what will the other person do? He will add more and more masala. Isn't it? But suppose you are indifferent, then whatever you want to say, he will wind it up and it is the same thing with thoughts also. When the worldly thoughts come to your mind, what is your attitude? Are you showing interest in this? If you are showing interest, more and more thoughts will come. That is called as wandering mind. That is called as vikshepa. Identify with the thoughts and the thoughts multiply. Witness the thoughts and the thoughts die. To witness the thoughts, you have to have disinterest, dispassion. Witnessing means what? Abiding in the witness is called witnessing. Giving importance to the witness is called witnessing. Not giving importance to the thoughts is called witnessing the thoughts. So you are saying, I am not interested in the world, I am interested in God. Witnessing the thoughts means what? Bhagavan, I want you, not the world. In Ramayana, this that symbolic representation of Sita, Mata, that golden deer is dancing. And for that split moment, her priority changes. I don't want Rama, I want the deer. golden deer. What is this golden deer? The worldly attractions, the worldly temptations. I want that. Then what happens? She loses Rama. When you show interest in world, you lose God. So if you want God, what is the necessary condition? You must lose interest in world. Both cannot go together. As they say, Rama and Kama cannot go together. Right? At the seat of meditation, this is proved. We are not talking of renouncing the world and giving a wife, children and all. No. Please understand. You are amidst all this world. You can't escape the world, whoever you are. You will be in the world, you will be with worldly people. You can't escape. But remaining in the world, remaining detached, this is sadhana. And how detached I am, your quality of meditation will tell you. Others need not tell you. You can test yourself. There is a self-test available. At the seat of meditation, what is your performance when the worldly thoughts are dancing in front of you? Right. So, now at the seat of meditation, thoughts are seen. Are you able to witness them? If you are able to witness, the thoughts will die. And when the thoughts die, what happens? Mind is nothing but the flow of thoughts. The mind dies. Manasam tu kim margani krite naiva manasam marga arjava. When you inquire into the nature of the mind, when you witness the mind, wonder of wonders, naiva manasam, there is no mind. Marga arjavam. This is a straightforward method. Witness the mind, silence the mind, then what remains is the reality. What remains? Only pure consciousness remains. Nothing else remains. Bhagavan, will you give us some more tips regarding this? Yeah, why not? Vrittayastvaham vrittimashritaah vrittayo mano vidyaham manah. So now analysis of the mind is done. What is mind? Nothing but flow of thoughts. Now, all these thoughts which you are seeing in the mind, it is dependent on one thought. What is that one thought? It is called as I thought or aham vritti. So when you are witnessing the thoughts die. But all these thoughts are dependent on this one thought. So if you can kill this thought, all the thoughts will automatically die. That's the point. You don't have to go on clipping the twigs and the leaves and the branches. Instead, chop it from the root. There is one thought from which all the thoughts come. Vrittayaha tu aham vrittim ashritaha. All the thoughts are coming from this I thought. Now what is this I thought? We have to understand. What is this aham vritti? All the notions that we have in our mind about ourselves, this is called as aham vritti. All the bundle of notions. So what are the notions? Number one, I am this body. It starts with that. How did I conclude that I am this body? The moment this body came into existence, I feel that I am existing. The moment the body dies, by inference, seeing others, that person is born when the body is born, that person is dead, is no more available for interaction when that body is no more there. If that is happening to all others, same thing must be happening to Me also. So therefore, conclusion, I am the body. This is the first wrong notion. It is called as avidya. It is just a thought, remember. It's a thought. Now once I have defined myself as the body, when all the other comes, I am fat, I am thin, I am fair, I am dark, I am small, I am tall. Correct? Then slowly I start defining myself by comparing myself with others. I am dull, I am intelligent. I am good, I am bad. I have this, I have that. So slowly I gather a bundle of notion about myself. All these are wrong notions, remember. This bundle of wrong notion is what is called as aham vritti. I thought. A thought about myself. Now the question is, can I witness this thought? Yes or no? Can I witness this thought? Of course, yes. Any thought can be witnessed because thought is not me. Who am I? I am pure consciousness. Pure consciousness is the only thing which you cannot witness, the only thing which cannot become an object because it is always the subject. Everything else can be witnessed. Every thought can be witnessed. Now what is Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi saying? All your thoughts in the mind is hanging on to this I thought, aham vritti. So instead of paying attention to this, all these unwanted thoughts, ask this question, all these thoughts, to whom is it coming? You will find that all these thoughts belong to the I thought. So then what I need to do? Just pay attention to this I thought. Who is this? So this is called as who am I inquiry. Ahamayam kuto bhavati chinvata aipatatyaham nija vicharanam. Aham ayam kuta bhavati. Where is this I coming from? Means what? Witness it. Now see, witnessing I thought is the most difficult one. Generally what happens is, we are witnessing idam vritti, this thought. This is this, this is that. All the worldly thoughts are this thought. All the this thought, it depends on I thought. So generally what we do is, in the name of meditation, we remain in I thought and witness the this thought. So what remains and what goes? This thought goes because we are able to witness it, but I thought remains. Remaining as ego, when you witness the thoughts, the other thoughts might go for some time, but this I thought, the aham vritti remains there. And when you get out of meditation, again the mind becomes chattering. So here Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi gives a beautiful technique. He says, forget about all the other thoughts. Just pay attention to this I thought. Aham ayam kuta bhavati. And remember, for this, tremendous amount of purity is necessary. Greater the purity, greater you see the distance from consciousness to the aham vritti. That distance, that clarity is seen only with purity. If the mind is not pure, what will happen? Everything will be a homogeneous mixture. You will not be able to discriminate what I am and what I am not. So efficient witnessing is possible only through a pure mind. So then what happens? You are able to see this I thought. You are able to witness the aham vritti. When you witness the aham vritti, what should happen to aham vritti? It should go, because that is a law. Witness the thoughts and the thoughts disappear. isn't it? Aham ayam kutah bhavati iti chinvatah. I, wonder of wonders, aham patati. The I falls. Ahaminashabhajahamahantaya Svurati hrutsvayam paramapurnasa. And when this I falls, the false I falls. The ahamvritti falls. What happens? In its place shines the real I. Svurati hrutsvayam paramapurna sat. And what is the nature of this real I? It is paramapurna sat. All full, pure existence, pure consciousness, bliss. The false I falls. The real I shines forth. That is the experience of Aham Brahma Asmi. It is the fall of the ego. So this is the culmination of meditation. Right. Now, witnessing the aham vritti, is it easy or difficult? See, the last obstacle is called rasaswada. First one is laya, second one is vikshepa, third one is kashaya, fourth one is called rasaswada. You know, as you keep going higher and higher in meditation, you are getting into a sattvic state, and a sattvic mind is a very creative mind, a wonderful mind. Detaching from such a wonderful mind is the most difficult thing. Rasa aswada. You see, when somebody praises you, what happens? There's a rasaswada, isn't it? Now, if you observe, unless you are identified with your BMI, you will not be able to enjoy it. Meaning, unless you are identified with your ego, you will not be able to enjoy the praise. So when somebody is praising you, are you enjoying it? Now this is a price you have to pay. Either you can identify with the ego and enjoy that praise, or disidentify from the ego and shun the joy of praise. This praise is a sweet poison. Why is it poison? Because your identification with the BMI is intensified. Why is it sweet? Because when the praise comes, you enjoy. Are you able to follow what I am saying? So this is a practice you have to do. Even while living, as much as possible, if you can efface your ego, then witnessing ahamvriti becomes easy. But if you are transacting in this world, identifying with the ego, witnessing ahamvriti is almost impossible. So, meditation has something to do with your day-to-day life also. If life is such that we try to efface the ego as much as possible, at the seat of meditation, dropping the ego becomes very easy. Egolessness seems to be the qualification for success in meditation. And that is why you will find that all these paths, though they may appear different, but basically they are aiming at the same thing. The path of Karma Yoga, it appears it's a path of service, fine, but what service? Selfless service. Egolessness is focused there. Path of Bhakti Yoga, what is Bhakti? Dissolving the individuality. Bhagwan, I am nothing, you are everything. That is Bhakti, devotion. There also what are you doing? Dissolving the ego. Path of Jnana Yoga, what are you doing? Understanding the illusory nature of ego. So whatever path you take, it seems that the focus is only one, to destroy this ego. And at the seat of meditation, the final culmination of meditation is also destruction of ego only. Right. This seems to be the most difficult one. So our life must be such that it should be what you call directed towards effacement of the ego. Otherwise, what is happening is consciousness constantly remains with this ahamvriti. And we are not even able to see the difference. Aham and ahamvriti seems to have become one. Aham has to witness the ahamvriti. That is actual meditation. Right. The higher I should witness the lower I. Then what happens? The lower I is nothing but a bundle of thoughts. And the moment the lower I is witnessed by the higher I, the lower I dies, the higher I alone remains. This is what is called as enlightenment or nirvana or salvation, moksha, mukti. You give any name, it doesn't matter. Different religions give different names, but this is what it is. Knowing myself as Paramapurna Sat, existence, consciousness, bliss. So actually speaking, are there different paths available? Superficial level it appears that there are so many paths, but actually speaking there are not so many paths. There is only one path. There is only one thing to be done. Knowing one's own self is the purpose of all religion, is the purpose of all spiritual practices. The who am I meditation. So the meditation should culminate in this. And what is the result of this meditation? The result is there is a vision of oneness. The most blessed vision, the most auspicious vision. When I have come to know myself as pure consciousness and not the body, when I look into others, into the world, into all these living beings, what do I see there? What I see here alone I see there also. So now I know myself as pure consciousness. So when I look into others, what do I see? They are also none other than pure consciousness alone, not the body. So then what happens? There is a vision of oneness. We are one. At the body level, there cannot be oneness. At the mind level, intellectual level, also there cannot be oneness. But there can be oneness at the level of pure consciousness. And once you have this vision of oneness, everything else just comes. There is love. Because that person is also none other than me alone, in a sense. We are one. From this vision of oneness comes everything else. So this is the most blessed vision, and therefore the highest knowledge also. This knowledge is a unifying knowledge, and with this knowledge only our Hindu scriptures say, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the whole world is one family, we are all one. The essence in us is one alone. See? So when there is vision of oneness, there is peace, harmony. Not only there is peace inside, there is harmony outside also. Right. Okay. We will sit 2 minutes in silence. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय